on Madden Football.
We're looking live at a beautiful fly-in to Everbank Field in Jacksonville. Even if you closed your eyes, Brock, you'd still know exactly where you were by the rallying cry of the Jaguar faithful in the stands. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart on the call in this one. And Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage, run after run, and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense can get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be your winner.
Will Reichert has it all teed up. And we're off from Jacksonville. Here's Parker Washington with the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. And bringing them out to former #1 overall pick out of Clemson in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence has had a remarkable career. Over 50 starts in high school and a winner all the way along. A national champion and 3-year starter at Clemson, and really a starter from day one after the first pick in the draft in Jacksonville. The key for Trevor at this level, though, is to do it season in and season out. That's what the greats before him have done. The Bradys, the Mannings, the #1 picks of the past. If you want to become a great and you want to take your game to another level, you got to do it year in and year out.
Holding offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Now Lawrence on the play fake. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Well, the offense wanted a spark, and he delivered a lightning bolt. Huge gain that totally changes the tone of this drive.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Man in motion, out of the slot. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know, for pitchers, you'll hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high-percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
ETN gets it on the draw. And he'll get this through the midfield stripe and starts pushing into Vikings territory. It's a pickup of 8, and that brings up 3rd and 6.
You know, Kate, most of the offenses I've been around love code words in the run game. And for draws, it's usually a D word, Denver, Dallas. I'll tell you what else. Add a D word to the defense, because when you hit them with a draw like that, it puts doubt in their mind of how upfield they can get.
And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
On 4th down, it's Logan Cook on for the Jaguars to punt it away. And this one's away and looking good. Nice angle on this one, headed towards the sideline. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And we'll take a glance at their 7th-year QB.
If we had asked Sam Darnold, coming out of USC as the 3rd overall pick in the draft, to write the story of his career, I don't think he would have written some of these chapters. But in the end, it makes you tougher. It makes you grittier. And playing quarterback in the NFL is a lot about that. Your ability to just withstand adversity and to continue to get up time after time after time. And Sam Darnold has shown that kind of perseverance.
First carry here for Aaron Jones. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 21. Brought in right side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Vikings.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They're going play action. Has a man, Justin Jefferson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. And now they face second down. They give to Jones, right side. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
And it's a nickel set from the Jags on this 3rd down. Throwing here, Darnold. He's throwing deep to the left side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And it can't hurt you with the return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? So this one flies out right around the 15-yard line. Second drive of the game upcoming for this Jaguar offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Out of the gun, Lawrence. The throw finds Evan Ingram. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Ivan Pace able to make the stop.
Well, that right there, Kate, that is the epitome of trust, and trust in your big physical tight end. Throwing his way into double coverage. You may question the decision when the ball leaves his hands, but it's tough to question when it produces results like that.
Throwing is Lawrence on third down. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a cornerback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
Logan Cook on to punt. And he's only a handful of yards from his own goal line. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Escapes a defender. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it's going to be Vikings football. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Grabbed by Jordan Addison. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. We've finished one quarter in what's still a scoreless game. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They're looking at second and pretty short. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Jaguars with an extra defensive back out there, third down. To throw, here's Darnold. Complete beyond the marker. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. From the gun, Jones gets it. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. He's got him. That's Addison. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Stopped that time by Antonio Johnson. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Here's Darnold to throw. Walking the tightrope there, but he makes the grab in bounds. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
First down, Vikings.
They're set up at the 35 now. Darnold now to throw. Hockenson reels it in. This is ahead for about 5. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. All right, here we go. Second down. Throwing now, off play action. That one's complete, right side. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
First down, Minnesota.
Now a give up the middle to Jones. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that in the first down play.
Second down carry for Jones. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on third down. Darnold. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Everbank. The Vikings hoping to put our first points on the board. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Darnold looking to throw. Hits the end zone for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings get some late points and the lead. It's an Aaron Jones touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Washington now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. They're out and set, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Forced out to his right. He can run it. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Complete, it's Ingram. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. That tackle made by Blake Cashman. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line. From midfield on 2nd down. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Lawrence working from the gun. This one's to Kirk out left side. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Quick slant here to Kirk. And they bring him down around the 34. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 34. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you can't get the pick, at least make sure a catch isn't made. That's the job of every defender out there, and he made sure that one wasn't completed.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
They're going to try with Etienne. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
These 4th down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
The Vikings with a football here late in the half. They're up by 7. We'll see if they choose to just rest on that going into halftime. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Now Darnold. Able to find Hawkinson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Here's Darnold. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Minnesota spends its 2nd timeout here. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing here, Darnold. Flush down out to his left. He's keeping it. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
From the pocket. It's a gain of 6. And the Vikings 1st down.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And he missed it. It's no good. And it stays a one-possession game at 7 points. So at the end of 2, the Vikings playing Road Warriors here. They've got the lead. Now we'll send you down I-95 a couple hours to Orlando, depending on traffic. And we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. With that, the two squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kay Scott and Brock Ewer.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. It's Brandon Powell with the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Out come the Vikings for the debut possession of our second half. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. He's got it on the bootleg. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
I like crossing routes versus zone coverage. But man, do I love crossing routes versus man-to-man. So hard on those defenders to stick with those receivers all the way across the field. Even for the best athletes at that position, those throws are almost impossible to stop.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Play action on first down. No place to go, so he just threw it away. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Out of the gun, a gift to Jones. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Back to throw. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Jacksonville offense back on the field now. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He's got Thomas on the slant. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. Now it's Lawrence. That pass caught by Strange. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, ETN gets it. Open space inside the 40. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down throw, Lawrence. Bails out of the pocket quick. Steps up, and he's running with it. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
All set up now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Following that incompletion, we see he's pretty shaken up after taking the hit on the throw. They're out to look at him now. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. First throw for the backup now. Finds him over the middle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Again, Jones to the air. And this is caught. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars start the 2nd half with some needed points. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Cam Little to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars tie this game 7-7. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Powell now to return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Vikings offense back to the field now. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Stopped that time by Antonio Johnson. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
Staying on the ground with Jones. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. To throw, here's Darnold. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's gonna run for it! And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They got 24 yards on the play, and that's gonna give the Vikings the 1st down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Darnold now to throw. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10, here's Jones. And he's got a chunk of yards as we've reached the end of 3. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. We're tied at 7 apiece as we get ready for the 4th. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Jones once more. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That is an old-school battle you simply love to see. An offense that close to a 1st down, a defense that knows there's a run headed its way. It's a battle of wills. It's the offense that gets it done this time.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Jones trying the left side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Running right, this is Jones. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. It's a 3-yard gain, only a yard shy of the marker on 3rd down. They're giving it to Jones on the option. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. This is Jones on the handoff. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep, and he's brought down for a loss.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Looking to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings take a 4th quarter lead. It's a T.J. Hockenson touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Record there to tack on the extra point. And the Vikings break that tie and now lead by 7.
Jaguars 7.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Washington now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now the Jaguars getting set to go. Still time to go, bro. But that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Jones. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Jones. He's going to lob one deep down the left sideline.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force to throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw it. This is hauled in by Ingram. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Kate, that play's so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. They are throwing it again. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, we hear about it all the time. A short memory, right? We hear about it with quarterbacks a lot, Kate, when they make a mistake. But it works the same way for a defense, a whole position group. You have got to flush that big play, come back and play the next play, and boy, did the defense do it there.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Trying again following the sack. Connection made, Travis Etienne. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Jaguars losing by 7. Gotta figure out this third down here. He'll throw it. He'll get this to Etienne. And he's taken down at the 30.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. He finds him beyond the marker. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Now toss it to Etienne. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Caught near the goal line. And he gets him the touchdown. And now a potential game-deciding play call coming up. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the fourth. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Chandler now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Vikings and Sam Darnold heading out for their next shot on offense. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. He puts some air under this one, deep right. That's caught at the 25. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the gun, Jones gets it. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. They pick up a yard. Still need one more, though. 3rd down coming up. A lot of pressure on this kick for Will Reichert. This only a chip shot from the right hash. That one is good! And that, folks, is your game winner!
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Return starts from the goal line. And he's brought down, Brock, and that brings this ball game to a close. So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Vikings emerge as winners as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.